The results dashboard is where you can find all the tools you'll need to dig into the data from your engagement. The results dashboard, conveniently enough, is accessed by clicking the results button for any engagement on the landing page of the Leader app. Some of the tools and visualizations may appear different or be unavailable depending on your account settings and the settings for your specific engagement, and whether you've chosen to run an exchange or a classic survey. If you've run a classic survey, you may want to skip ahead to the survey analysis portion of this video. For the purposes of this demo, we'll be reviewing each tool quickly. If you'd like to take a deeper look at any of these, you can find in-depth articles about each on our help site, get.thoughtexchange.help. If you're viewing this video on the Getting to Know the Leader app article on our help site, we'll also have links below. So opening the results dashboard, the landing page has 5 sections. From top to bottom, they are engagement, which provides an overview of participation statistics for this exchange, including the number of participants, the number of thoughts, the number of ratings, the ratio of ratings to thoughts, and the degree of alignment among participants. Below that, we have AI Summary, which provides a short summary of the key ideas shared by participants. Once the exchange is closed, I can also edit this. Next is Topics, which shows a visualization of the theme sets that exist for the exchange. All exchanges automatically have keyword and sentiment themes available, but we can also see any other theme set that has been applied to the exchange. We can choose up to 2 theme sets and layer them on top of one another. And we can choose whether to display the data by the average star score of the thoughts within each theme or the number of thoughts within each theme. I can click on any of the bars to see the thoughts contained within each theme and their average rating score. And I can click X to move back to the main view. You can also click the theme button in the top right to open the Edit Results tool, but more on that in a minute. The Thoughts section is where I can see all the thoughts in the exchange sorted by highest or lowest rating, and I can see the themes that they've been sorted into individually. Finally, the Keywords section provides an editable word cloud of the most commonly used words in the exchange. This again can either be shown by the average star score of the thoughts that contain these words or the number of thoughts that contain these words. And I can edit that by clicking this button here and clicking any word that I'd like to remove or add back in. Each of these sections and many of the other tools in the dashboard have an export button on them, which generates an image of the visualization that can be downloaded and used in reports as you see fit. Back at the top of the page, we have a share button that lets me grant view or manage access to other people based on their email address. This button appears throughout the tools and the results dashboard. There's also a filters button that I can use to sort this information by the various survey questions I've asked and look at any of these groups individually. On the left-hand side of the page, we can see the menu to move into the other tools on the results dashboard. Clicking the drop-down arrow on the main results page, I can reveal the Thoughts tool. This tool is very similar to the Thoughts section of the landing page, but it allows me to provide comments or actions to each of the thoughts, and I can also review all of the comments or actions assigned to thoughts throughout the exchange. Next, we have the Survey Analysis tool, which shows me a breakdown of how participants responded to each of my survey questions, as well as participation groups if applicable, as well as the participation languages for my exchange. Looks like we had a few Danes participate. Cool. If I ran an exchange, I can click on any of the groups here to see a top thoughts report as rated by the people in that group. At the top of the page, there's also an Export as CSV button that provides a full data download for my engagement. I can also click the Compare tab to open a tool that lets me look at 2 survey questions at once to see the proportion and number of participants that responded in various ways to both questions. I can also layer a heat map on top of that table to quickly determine which groups are the largest and smallest. Note that the data for groups with fewer than 5 participants is hidden to protect participant anonymity. Next, we have Heatmaps, which will open a new tab where I can compare survey question responses to the themes for my exchange. This allows me to see how different groups of participants rated different ideas. I can also, again, sort the colors for this visualization based on the average star score within each cell or the number of thoughts represented by each cell. Moving back to the results dashboard, the next tool is Differences, which shows me groups of participants who demonstrated different rating behaviors for collections of thoughts. Here I can see an overview of the level of alignment in the exchange and the number of differences, groupings, or topics. Below that, I can see a list of the different topics, which includes an AI-generated title based on the content of the relevant thoughts, data on the size of each group, an AI-generated summary of the thoughts that the groups rated similarly, and an AI-generated summary of the thoughts that divided the groups. I can also click View More to dig into any of the survey question responses that the people in each group provided, as well as see the individual thoughts and how they were rated by each group. The next tool is Reports, which is where I can generate custom shareable summaries of relevant data to close the loop with participants or inform stakeholders. I have a number of different reporting options available, including a Thoughts report, which provides thoughts and rating data based on a number of different filters that I can select. This is what a thoughts report looks like. I can create a summary report, which includes data on participation statistics, thoughts, and themes. It also provides me with space to describe my findings and next steps in my own words. I can generate a slide deck of my key findings that I can then export and use as a jumping off point for creating full presentations or reports. And I can access my Leader Insight report when my exchange is closed, download the data for my exchange, and view my Insight to Actions report, if applicable on my account. Depending on my account settings, I may see the TE Advisor tool next, which uses advanced AI to show key insights from my exchange, answer questions I might have, and provide guidance on next steps. This feature is currently in beta testing, so more on that coming soon. Next, we have Edit Results, which is where I can create and manage the theme sets for this exchange. Click on the New button to create a new theme set, or Options to edit, duplicate, delete, or save a theme set as a template for future use. To add a thought to a theme, click the checkbox next to the thought and the theme that you'd like to add it to. And to remove a thought from a theme, just click the X on the theme as represented on the thought here. Check out the deep dive on this tool on our help site to become an expert on all these features. Finally, we have the Moderate tool, which is the main tool I would use while my exchange is still open. Moderate shows me all the thoughts that have been flagged for my review, either by participants or based on the moderation settings I selected when creating the exchange. I can sort the thoughts by status, search by keyword, review details about when the thought was shared and reported, and choose whether to remove the thought from the exchange, approve it for rating, or report it myself if I need another moderator's opinion. And that concludes our tour of the results dashboard. Explore our help site at get.thoughtexchange.help to learn more about these features. We hope you found this video useful. Until next time, happy thought exchanging.